What's going on, everyone? It's Gematria Gaming, and I'm back in here because, well, something very interesting has been going on lately. I'm sure you guys all know about it. This is in reference to the tragedy that happened at the Travis Scott concert on the 11th, or I'm sorry, on the 5th of November. Today is the 11th of November. It's a little bit late as well. But so this topic's been kind of covered pretty extensively already by those in the community. But I did want to kind of go into some findings that I found personally that nobody's really talked about yet. So it's just gonna be a quick video today. I'm not really gonna do any video game or anything, but this is kind of important, so I felt like I needed to get it out. So let's talk about some stuff real quick that happened. First and foremost, as we were aware of what happened at the Travis Scott concert, right? It was for his Astroworld, thing. I don't know, festival, I guess. And what had happened was there are 8 people that died. Well, now it's the ninth. There's 9 people. So there's now the 9th victim because this person was pronounced brain dead yesterday. And now they're officially pronounced dead. So you've got 8 people with 1 dying, later on. And there's a bunch of different articles about the victims and what happened and everything. This is right from MSN.com, and it says right here it's the 9th victim dies. So there is now officially 9 people that have died. So let's just get into this real quick. There's a lot that can be said about the actual concert and how that was one big ritual. It was a giant ritual. There was 8 pillars of fire on the stage while Travis Scott was performing. The stage was flashing "See You on the Other Side" on it. There's just a bunch of like just mockery on that end. And the police had to come out today or yesterday, kind of like formally saying, "Oh, there was nobody being pricked with drugs in the crowd or anything like that," but yet there's reports of a security guard that they had to treat with Narcan because he definitely got stuck in the neck with a needle. So, that could be how these people actually passed away. They got shot up with drugs. They were just, the ones that were chosen, I guess. But I want to talk about something that people haven't really found yet. I haven't seen anybody talk about it. And I did see this. A couple of these things were touched on by Gematria Effect News, but I want to kind of go into it just because it is pertinent. So this is a picture on Travis Scott's Instagram that was posted on the day of the concert, and you can even see here. He says, "Can't wait to see you at the fest," right? So this was probably like the morning of or whatever. And if you look down here, so this is Escape Plan is the name of the song. And he's got a screenshot taken at 38 seconds. And 38 is a important number. Because, well, you can see here. Death equals 38 in Gematria. And for those who aren't aware, Gematria is just an ancient Jewish practice of coding letters into numbers, numbers into letters, right? So you've got 4 base ciphers that you can work with. And using these 4 ciphers, you can see through pretty much all the BS that's going on out there in the world. And you've got your English ordinal, which is A through Z, where A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, all the way to Z equals 26. Then you've got full reduction, where you do A through Z, and when you get to the number 9, you just repeat. So it's 1 through 9, 1 through 9, 1 through 8. And then you have your reverse ordinal, where it's Z through A, so it's the alphabet backwards, right? So Z equals 1, Z equals 1, Y equals 2, X equals 3, all the way to A equals 26. And then there's a reverse full reduction, where it's the same thing, the alphabet backwards, and when you get to the number 9, it just repeats. So 1 through 9, 1 through 9, 1 through 8. Looking into everything, you can see through the BS and all the headlines and all these rituals that go on every single day. Like, literally, I don't know, some days it's a slow news day, but I still feel like there is some stuff that happens every single day. So, yeah, 38 seconds, right? And again, this was Gematria Effect News that pointed this out, but it is kind of interesting and worth repeating. So, you've got death equals 38 in Gematria, murder equals 38 in Gematria, Lucifer equals 38, killing equals 38. I mean, even the name Gematria equals 38. And you've also got, you got Kabbalah equals 38 as well. Rapper equals 38. So all these things happened, right? Okay, yeah, it's 38 seconds. Now, the other thing, though, that's really interesting, and I actually went through and I was looking at this music video, because the music video dropped the same day. And you can see here it was on November 5th. Well, this Tupac album, the Don Killuminati, I guess it was the first album that had dropped after Tupac had died, I guess. But if you look, it was released on that same date, November 5th, 1996. So, you know, that's, what is that, like 26 years since that album came out? And there's a lot of interesting things that play into this. I'm not huge into the whole, you know, everything that happens in hip hop and rap industry. I know a lot of it is, you know, tied into Gematria, but I don't really go too deep into it as other people do with the music industry. But this was just too much of a coincidence not to see. So I've got this video muted, so I shouldn't get in any trouble. You don't really need to hear anything about it. I haven't even listened to the song, to be honest with you. All I cared about was seeing what was going on in this music video. So I've got this played back at like super slow speed. And the reason why is because I want to show you guys something. So this music video, it's at a minute and 30 seconds, right? When you get to a minute 31 seconds, boom, this pops up. And it's a single frame, like one single frame that this pops up in the video. And it's interesting that it pops up at 1 minute and 31 seconds as well. Because if we take the word Killuminati, you can see here it equals 131. Just like how this symbol pops up at 1 minute and 31 seconds. And if you go on a little bit further into the music video here, you can see, and this was brought up by Gematria Effect News. Well, I think somebody else had posted it. Like someone else had discovered it, but Gematria Effect News had touched on it. So he's wearing a Pearl Jam shirt as well, right? So you can clearly see it says Pearl Jam. It's kind of hard to see, but there's also something else funny about this that nobody mentioned, is that it on his balaclava that he's wearing there, it's got JB, the initials J and B. Don't know really what that's all about, but let's talk about this real quick. So Pearl Jam, he just so happens to be wearing a Pearl Jam shirt in this music video that dropped on the same day of this tragedy happening, where 8 people initially died, and now a ninth one has died later, right? Well, let me introduce you to this little thing that happened at a Pearl Jam concert back in the year 2000, where 9 people died at a Pearl Jam concert because of the supposed same thing, right? Where 9 people were crushed to death. Now, the same thing that's interesting about this, if you read into this whole story, is that it was originally 8 people that died, with a 9th person dying later on. And I think it says, 8 young men ages 17 to 26 suffocated to death in the mosh pit as Pearl Jam performed. A 9th man died in the hospital 5 days later. Okay? Well, we're at like the 5-day later mark when this 9th victim dies from this. So I mean, you can't make this up. This is, I mean, does history really repeat itself, or are we witnessing a giant ritual here, right? Now, here's the other thing too, though, that was crazy, is when they when Pearl Jam was playing at this concert, they were playing from their new album. Well, at the time, binaural, right? It's like that's what the name of the album was. It's called Binaural. And you can see here, this is the album art, or the cover art, or whatever, of that album. Well, if you look here, this is actually clearly a Vesica Piscis with an eyeball in the middle of it, right? But then you've also got, it makes an 8. And 8 is a very important number in numerology because it has to do with time, because like 8, if you turn it sideways, it's an infinity symbol. And it's the day after 7, and 7 is a number of completion in numerology. So the day after that, it's like a +1. It's like an eternal thing. But especially because this is a Vesica Piscis right here. Where the eyeball is, this is 100% what a Vesica Piscis is. And that I could go into for an hour about the significance of that in astrology, the Andromeda galaxy, and also in the Bible. But it's really interesting because you spell out 8, right? Because that's what this symbol, is. It's an 8, and Pearl Jam was playing everything from this album that had just dropped at the time of the concert mishap on their end. It's got a gematria value of 86. Okay, so if you look up and we can just match real quick 86. You can see here blood sacrifice equals 86. You've also got the word human sacrifice, which equals 86. Jesuits equals 86. And the word... and Mason equals 86. But also... yeah, we already touched on rapper, sorry, being 38. But yeah, so like, you've got blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, Mason, a lot of these words equal 86. Jesuits equals 86. So, yeah, it's not really a coincidence that all happened when they, did this. And it's also kind of funny because I just want to touch on the JB real quick. So using gematria, we can see clearly here, using the regular English ordinal, J is the 10th letter of the alphabet, and B is the 2nd letter of the alphabet. So JB, if you take 102 and you put that in here, you can see that there's, straight mockery coming out from this, right? So like the N-word equals 102. slavery equals 102. Let's see, there's also... let me see here. I mean, there's kind of a lot that comes up with it, obviously, as you can see. But another one that was really kind of like relevant to it is... let's see. Oh, I don't know. Either way, you can see why it's kind of like it's no mistake, right? That 102, JB is on this guy's forehead, on his balaclava, in this same music video, in the same scene where he's wearing the Pearl Jam T-shirt. But I want to go back real quick to this. Okay, so this scene again, where we see him like right in the scene where that weird symbol pops up. But if you look here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Doberman pinchers around him, with him being the seventh, right? So seventh one in the middle. And again, that goes back to the Kill Illuminati album, the 7-day theory, when there's 7 of them in the scene. And Doberman, is actually spelled originally like this, Dobermann, which equals 86 as well. So it's another 86 ritual, just like 8 equals 86, right? You've got 8 equaling 86, Doberman equaling 86, and they equal 49 as well. Okay. So, yeah, definitely a little bit more going on in this music video, and in the just in this entire, ritual that played out before everybody's eyes. Energy as well, I think, is an important one, because energy equals 38, just like the 38 seconds on the playtime for the video that he posted, or the picture he posted. And there's actually, it's weird, there's 2 of them, and there's 38 and 31, so who knows what the 31 means. But, yeah, the fact that energy equals 38 and 88, like double 8, which goes right back to this album cover. But because really, if you look at it, it looks like it's 2 8s. There's like 1 8, and then right behind it, there's like a weirder looking 8. So, but energy, because this happened at the NRG Stadium. And the NRG company, it's like the giant energy provider out there. And, the last thing I wanted to touch on real quick, too, in regards to this eye that's in the middle of the Visca Piscis, well, if we look here and look up Travis Scott eye stage, you can actually find... let's look up Astroworld, because I was able to find it. I might have to go to Google, because sometimes DuckDuckGo doesn't pick up on everything the right way. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's a good one with it. So, look at this. You've got your 8 pillars of flame with the big eyeball right in the middle of the stadium, which is the same. It's like the same screen, and I mean, they really are. It's kind of like a very eerily similar looking eye. But if you look at the same thing that popped up here, yeah, I mean, you can see right here, it popped up and said, see ya on the other side," on the same part of the stage on that screen. So, I mean, yeah, there's no denying that there's something going on here. Look, yeah, you can even see it right here. Um, you know, and we're just living through these giant rituals. I kind of wish that I would have found this stuff out sooner, but I guess sooner is better than later. I mean, later is better than never, right? Well, I wonder what the significance of the 31 is, though, too, because it's the same thing. It says 31. Um, oh, yeah, Houston. Houston equals 31. So, you gotta be kidding me, man. So, he just randomly takes two screenshots of the same song, puts them in the same post, right, where you've got Mafia with 31, you know? I would be surprised Mafia didn't equal 31, but it doesn't. It equals 21, 33, and 30. But 31, Houston does equal 31, which is where this happened. Oh man, I mean you can't make it up, you know. Um, but yeah. So anyway, that's all I got for this one. I'm probably gonna do a live stream here soon, and I'm gonna do something that's a little bit against the grain of what a lot of people that believe in gematria or follow gematria, practice gematria, whatever kind of terminology you want to use. I'm gonna do something that goes against the grain on it, and I want to do a long live when I have some time. And you know what? I would actually not mind having some people come on and talk to me, like Zach from um, Gematria Effect News and Neo the Hacker and See Through the Script and other people, because I feel like I'm one of the only people that does videos on Gematria that believes in Christ and in God and in Christianity. And I would like to just talk to them about why, I guess. Zach had a lady on his show like 2 months ago or a month and a half ago or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. And it was this lady that had supposedly seen Jesus. And I don't know. I felt like that video that he did was kind of in bad faith, because the lady was not a very good representation of people that believe in God and in Gematria. But I don't know. That's something that I'll probably do. That's probably gonna be my next video that I do. Um, Other than that, though, who knows? Tomorrow, I actually was watching a Neo the Hacker video just before this, and he brought up a really good point that tomorrow is a date that has the kill numerology in it. 64, 28, and 44, I think, right? Is yeah. So you kill 64, 28, and 44. And tomorrow's got 64, 28, and 44. So, no, we'll see what tomorrow brings. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.